like, I don't want
That's it. I couldn't think of it.
Board of Education, Mayor and Township Commissioners. I am pleased to welcome you to the 2021 Lyndhurst High School Commencement Ceremony. It's so good to see everyone, and we are very proud to have family and friends here in person. We ask that guests remain in your seats following the ceremony until the graduates are sent out. To the class of 2021. This year, as a class, you struggled, laughed, cried, experienced loss together. However, your situation did not derail your success. As you sit before me, prepared to graduate from Lyndhurst High School, do not take this accomplishment lightly. And although you sacrificed much, I am proud of our faculty, staff, and coaches who worked hard to keep you connected in the classroom, on the field, and on the stage throughout the year. No one leaves high school the same person as they did when they started. You change, and the world around you changes as well. But we believe that Lyndhurst High School has provided you with a solid foundation, academically, socially, athletically, and emotionally. And as you move on from here, your conduct will define who you are and what you stand for. We know you will find yourself brave, capable, and resilient. I'm very proud of you all. You are Lyndhurst strong, and don't ever forget the roots of your foundation. Congratulations, class of 2021. It is now my privilege and honor to introduce you to the President of the Student Government Association, Emily Gabriel. Please rise for the flag salute and standing for the flag and order. And pledge allegiance to the flag and United States of America. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, Mr. Greco, members of the board, faculty and staff, family and friends. Thank you all for joining us today. The class of 2021 on this somewhat normal occasion. I'd first like to congratulate my classmates for enduring the unique and cumbersome challenges this year brought with it, along with commending our ability to not only brave these challenges, but thrive in an unprecedented, uncertain, and developing environment. Throughout this ceremony, you'll hear speeches and testimonies from the Salutatorian, Valedictorian, and other faculty members. But I would say, from personal experience, this class has many stories to tell. Stories about heartbreak, loss, trials and tribulations, and stories about success, perseverance, and triumph. It's quite a mixed bag, isn't it? Every student sitting here has indeed had both good and bad experience. People this year have lost loved ones, experienced open discrimination, and many of us have grown up. While every student here has, it's been a privilege to have listened to these stories from every walk of life, and to know my classmates can confide in me with them. To this end, many of us have felt the urge to give up or take the easy road out of high school. But I have the honor of standing here today to tell you that we all made it here as one class to carry on the torch for those who could and couldn't be here with us tonight. With all this being said, I want to thank the administration and my classmates for allowing me to preside over my class for these past 3 years and to represent my class today as a unified front to stand against the obstacles that the future holds for us. Thank you.
It is my privilege to present to you the Salutatorian of Lyndhurst High School, class of 2021, Andrea Aguirre. Good evening. On behalf of the graduates of Lyndhurst High School, I'd like to thank everyone who's joining us here today. From far and near, family, friends, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the 2021 graduating class of Lyndhurst. We are all here today because of those who made sacrifices. I stand before you not only because of my journey, but because of the journey my parents started. I am a daughter of 2 immigrant parents who have worked tirelessly from sun up to sundown to give me the life I have today. My father comes from the village of Sacas, Peru, where he was born on a small farm. When he was growing up, my father didn't have time to dream because he was always busy with work. The only dream he claimed to have had was getting to the city and having a stable job to support his family. He never had a childhood like I was given, where I had free time to think about accomplishing whatever I desired. My mother dreamed of being an architect in the poverty-stricken city of Sagrario, Ecuador, where her family struggled to make ends meet. However, finishing middle school was not an option, as she began working at the age of 10. She quickly abandoned her dreams to support her mother and left the country to find work. My mother and father were not able to pursue their aspirations, but here I am, doing what they weren't able to do, getting an education and following my dreams. Both of my parents had to make huge sacrifices, and I am so thankful for everything they have done to give me a roof over my head, a plate of food on the table, and a pair of shoes that fit because I know that was something they always had. Growing up, my siblings and I got everything we needed because of my parents' hard work. However, the most special gift they have given me is a strong work ethic, resilience, and the will to succeed. My parents were only able to obtain an elementary and middle school level education, and I have firsthand seen the challenges that have struggled. A saying that always left their lips was, "Tu única salida del estilo de vida es a través de una educación." Your only way out of this lifetime is through an education. The challenges my family faced motivate me to work hard and chase my dreams. So I ask all of you, what are your dreams? What are your motivations? Your motivation may extend to watching your parents take on 2 jobs to make ends meet, or giving up some aspects of your childhood to care for your younger siblings. However, not all motivators include hardship. For some, a pure aspiration or interest in helping others helps provide motivation. Others may dream of becoming a world-class athlete or adding beauty to the world with their artwork. Although we do not share the same struggles or motivators, many of the class of 2020 share the same accomplishments. I would like to commend each of you for persevering through your struggles, for turning adversity into opportunity, whether that be by continuing your education, advance a career goals, joining the military, serving our country, or entering the workforce in the United States or moving forward. Wherever we all end up, Lyndhurst High School has been our foundation, which is why I am eternally grateful for the support we have been given by faculty, staff, guidance counselors, classmates, and most importantly, our family members. I would like to leave you with what I've learned from my parents. Nunca digas que no puedes hacer algo, o que algo parece imposible. Never say you can't do something, or that something is impossible. Cada uno de nosotros somos dueños de nuestra propia realidad. Cuando nos volvemos conscientes de eso, absolutamente cualquier cosa en el mundo es posible. Each and every one of you are the leaders of your reality. And when we are conscious of this, anything in the world is possible. No dejes que ninguna globalidad, estereotipo, duda, desafío, miedo o cualquier obstáculo te impidan cumplir tus sueños. Never let any probability, stereotype, doubt, challenge, fear, or any other obstacle impede you from fulfilling your dreams. Nunca seas la víctima de la vida. Seas un conquistador. Never be the victim of life. Be its conqueror. Thank you. Now, with pride and admiration, I present to you Lyndhurst High School Class of 2021 Valedictorian, Salutatorian. Good evening, Mr. Greco, Board of Administration, faculty, staff, teachers, friends, family, and the Lyndhurst High School graduating class of 2021. Before I begin, I'd like to give a special thank you to my parents. Ma, you've been my source of strength for as long as I can remember. And my entire life is spent in gratitude for your sacrifices and selflessness. Papu, your compassion personified, and I pray that I can do enough good in this world to give you the pride you deserve and so much more. You have both gone through so much struggle, often with so little support, just to give me a life full of care and love. Ironically, I remember moving to Lyndhurst in the winter of 7th grade and kind of hating my parents. And everything in the world, really, because I was confused and scared. I was so overwhelmed with the new environment and people. All I wanted to do was leave and return to my comfortable, familiar routines. So, like any emotionally well-adjusted 12-year-old would do, I counted out the days I would have to spend here before I could finally graduate and get out. I ended up counting 1,987 days. And today, that final 1,987th day has arrived, but I'm not as eager to leave as my 7th grade self would have expected. No, instead, it is one of the more bittersweet moments of my life so far. But I guess that's the special and absurd thing about time. One day, you're miserably wondering how nearly 2,000 days will go crawling by, and all of a sudden, you have 0 days left. The clock has run out, the marathon won, and your time is up before you realized it. My fellow graduates and friends, having taken vastly different routes, we've collectively made it to the end of this path. Looking towards the future is exhilarating and terrifying, because we've come to realize that our future equates to our legacy, the impact we will leave on this planet, these people, once our days are up, and that pressure is immense. How can I leave this world better than I found it? How can I make sure that I'm remembered once I'm gone? The easiest and most tempting answer to this question is to think of yourself as this isolated being, that you're a lone traveler on the path of life, that crafting your legacy can only be worthwhile if it is defined by big, loud, dramatic actions, written in history books and becoming the subject of movies. That the footprint you leave on this earth is somehow separated from and soaring above the people you see and the actions you take each and every day. I've learned that that isn't really legacy, that's ego. Humans are beautiful and unique because we aren't really individuals, though it almost always feels that way. We were always meant to be a collective, each person an essential part of something so much larger. We're all intertwined,
and our legacies will never be defined by grand acts or glamour. It is only the cumulative effects of our daily, persistent choices to act with kindness, empathy, and intention towards others that will determine how we will be remembered in the coming years, decades, or even centuries. We are responsible for caring for others in such a way that even after we're gone, people feel loved and cared for by us. Having compassion, showing decency and kindness, and loving one another is what we were all made for. And in my opinion, it is the best thing we can do with the limited time we have together. Living in service and care of the planet and the people on it is the best and perhaps the only way to transform our finite lives into infinite legacies. Class of 2021, thank you for 1,987 wonderfully crazy days and memories together. Thank you to those that have shown me kindness and to those who have been able to forgive me for times that I wasn't as kind as I could have been. Thank you for listening to me and supporting me. I'm so honored to be this year's valedictorian amongst a group that is so capable, persevering, and deserving. We all have struggled so much, but we're used to that because struggle is life. And as you move on, you'll realize that your reaction to the struggle will leave behind your legacy. Finally, thank you for letting me be a small but significant part of this larger being we've collectively become. As we move on from this path to better the world in our own special ways, I'm grateful for the tethers that will continue to attach us together. Our thousands of days together may have ended, but the legacy they've created is as permanent and infinite as can be. Now, we must look to the future thousands of days to continue what we've started. Thank you.
At this time, join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Lyndhurst Board of Education member, Mr. Frank Ferrandino.
Good evening. Thank you. I would like to start off by congratulating the class of 2021 on their high school graduation. This current senior class is like no other, and I commend each one of you for your resilience and perseverance. You did it. You made it through a school year during a global pandemic. You made it through a year like no other one. A year that will be remembered for the rest of your lives. Thankfully, we are turning the corner and brighter days are ahead. Seeing everyone here this evening is proof that despite unthinkable obstacles, nothing is too big for you to overcome. Today, you are taking a symbolic bow from familiar surroundings, routines, teachers, and friends to embark on a completely new trajectory of your life. Be it continuing your education or starting your career, whichever path you choose, I hope it will lead you to unlimited success. As you begin your new journey down your chosen path, know there will be moments along the way when you may fall short of your targets. Always keep in mind that setbacks and bumps in the road are the ingredients for a great success story. If you learn something from every experience, both good and bad, you will discover that no goal is unattainable. I'm confident that the knowledge and values obtained over the past 4 years at Lyndhurst High School has created a successful group of individuals that are capable of taking charge of their future, and that with certainty you will make your mark on the world. So continue learning, work hard, be disciplined, and persistent in everything you do. I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, seize available opportunities, unleash your potential, and make a difference. If because the world is eagerly awaiting your contributions. Your moment has come. The moment to take that first step into the world, to begin writing the next chapter of your success story. You're surrounded by people who love and support you, and I know you will make us all proud. Thank you, and good luck.
Members of the choir, please join me. It is a pleasure for me, as principal, to certify that the members of the class of 2021 have met all of the requirements of the Lyndhurst High School School District and the New Jersey Department of Education. Mr. Greco, I present to you the Lyndhurst High School graduating class of 2021.
It is a pleasure for me, as Superintendent of Schools, to certify that the members of the class of 2021 have met all the requirements of the Lyndhurst School District and the New Jersey Department of Education. Mr. Antonopoulos, Board of Education President, I present to you the Lyndhurst High School graduating class of 2021.
And now for awarding of the diplomas. Faiza Ahmed Chowdhury. Andrea Nicole Aguirre. David Fonseca. Emily Elizabeth Gabriel. Giancarlo Emmanuel Garcia.
Emily Acosta. Gianna Alberti. Sebastian A. Almeida. Angelina Alvarez. Michael Alvarez. Antonio Vito Orantes. Daniela Bedoya Asaiza. Bartos Babuza. Ronnie Leo Baliatico. Giovanni Bassiano. Ashley Betterick. Andy Bermudez. Kayla Berkelian. Alexa Barino. Alyssa Borquist. Daniel Buenaventura. Daniela Buendia. Alana Bergesser. Brian Vicina. Juliette Camillo. Nicholas Victorino. Isaac Castello. Gracia Castillo. John Castellon. Alexander Castro. Michael Servo. Nicholas A. Simicata. John Christopher Collins. Jordan Christopher Cosman. Melanie Costa. Dylan Christina. Haram Daoud. Francesco Di Davis. Isaac Dela Cruz. Janelle Marie Del Castillo. Jessa Del Cruz. Angelina Shannon Phoenix. Anthony Charles DeMarco. Matthew Charles Garrett. Nicholas Divini. Kevin Dimitrovsky. Daniela Marie Dominguez Reynoso. Haley Dowd. Davon Dugan. Daniel Johnny Escada. Leah Rose Estrella. Robert Michael Bader. Andrew Mark Fernandez. Emma Hirschweiler. Gabriella Flores.
Here we go.
Maggie Elizabeth Caldera. Gabriella Gray. Daniela Fuentes. Stephen Galicia. Alexandra Young. Julia Womack.
Let's go
Francis Garcia. Ilaria Mary Jurgens. Abbas Hamza. Caitlin Ann Hansen. Kyle David Henning. Argenis F. Hernandez Diaz. Jared J. Hibbins. Sina Piazza. Mary Ann EJ. Lauren N. Iniguez. Avida Iqbal. Alexia Marie George. Grayson Dorado. Yuri Kenya.
James Lasky. John D. Lazares. Myers R. Lazares. Sergio Lugo. It's so easy. Jerome O'Leary. Joshua Peter Maycock. Maya Malaysia. Johnson Isabel Maryland. Charlie Alexa Moulton. Karina Martinez Coons. Nicole Maston. Sean Craig Mayer. Jake Ryan McCann. Julia Grace McCann. Tyler William McDowell. Allison McCarry. Samantha McLaughlin. Joseph Jeremiah McNeil. Arietta Zanetti. Mark Melvin. Isaac Shaquille. Kayleen Elizabeth Monsignor. Joel Montello.
Stood there, man.
Anthony Richard Orlando. Eustace John Rizzoli. Jacob Nazar. Jordan Nichols.
What's up, buddy? Walker?
Sophie Blessing.
Walk with your head up. You have the grass was nice.
Eric Emilio Cortez. Sarah Raphael Fernando, Ashley Penelope, Anthony L. Perazzi III. Ryan Edward Portugal. Christopher Barry. Joshua Lee Kudera. Juan Pablo Brana. Rashidul Quasi. Christian Quintero. Gianna Marie Razzione. Nicholas Ramos. Rebecca Renzi. Isabella Marie Rivera. Jill Bailey Roberts. Jaden Rosario. Krista Lewis. Anna Rinkevich. Sumaya Safi. Bazark Sahidi. Clearman Sahidi. Carlos Salazar. Fatima Saleh. Barbara M. Sanders. Tiara Salme. Anthony J. Samaniego. Alexandra Shapiro. Matthew Elijah Sierra. Robin Singh. Pierluigi Delando Sirio. Hubert Spara. Emily Smith. Yusuf A. Solomon. Sinai Somers. Dylan Michael Sofa. Dinette Yuli Glory Suleimani. Jason D. Swayze. Jennifer R. Talienza. Chakati Rachel Tavares. Jamie Tellefson. Luciano Todino. Alexa N. Tortorella. Michael J. Tortorella. Leilani Toastley. Ronald William Trier. Melanie Tula. Joseph Vendola. Catherine Maria Venegas. Adam Michael Venezia. Stephanie Nicole Rosa. Dylan Weaver. Katie M. Yellow. Bassam Yunel. Maria Jose Yatopa. Michael Allen Zach. Alexa Azir. Sarah Zakir. Thomas Okowski.
To conclude our ceremony this evening, the class president of Lyndhurst High School, Cipolla, Virginia.
It's been an honor to speak to you all tonight, and I'd like to leave you with this thought. The magnitude of any challenges our generation has and will continue to face should be met with equal or greater magnitude with ambition, innovation, and compassion to make this world a better place. Middle class, please rise and participate in class. As we move our capital to the right path, signifies that we are now graduates. I want to get a picture of her walking out.